I want to go back to the word I used before, because I think this can be easily done. I mean, you're playing a character.
Yeah.
Right. In these scenes. Right. And it's your brand, right. And who you are in film. And we're going back to this, we were comparing the military operator as they're dehumanized.
Yes.
You know, and I could see that as being, I mean, if we're being really honest, I can see that happening in the industry. Right.
I see it too.
You know, and the damage that can do is people getting wrapped around maybe their character.
That's why I don't live in LA.
So talk about that.
I'm still fresh, so I see some people really thrive out there, you know, like they have a bunch of things going on. They have way more opportunities coming at them than I probably do because I'm only there so many times a month. But I still live here. I just haven't left yet. I definitely plan on it because it just doesn't make sense anymore for
travel.
me. Yeah, the travel, the hotels, the Ubers, the food. It's hard to have a good fitness routine.
Stay on track.
Yeah, that's been frustrating. So I'm going to eventually relocate out there, but I've just been kind of standoffish because I see people go down a wrong path. I see them partying with all the porn stars a lot, or rappers, or players like NFL and all that.
It's a rough lifestyle.
Yeah, and everyone wants that. You're kind of, to me, I am a business, but to some people, they're clout. They're like, oh, I'm a porn star. We should totally hang out with these influencers. And it's just not, there needs to be a balance because I see people getting onto different kinds of drugs, and you can't come onto set, by the way, with any alcohol or drugs in your system, or
that's interesting.
You will get blacklisted and you won't be able to shoot anymore. We actually have to get videoed before every shoot we do saying, are you on any drugs or any alcohol? And we have to say no.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're running a tight ship, at least with the people that you're working with.
Yes, exactly. So eventually I'll make my way out there, but for the beginning, I wanted to just build my brand, see if this was a possibility for me. And so far it's taking off. I was nominated for Best New Starlet. And
I was just going to get to that.
Yeah,
it's more than taking off.
I didn't win it, but it's okay. At least I was nominated. That's a huge honor, especially for a girl who was in the military a year and a half ago, not knowing how to do a photo shoot.
Right. I mean, those are accomplishments. I mean, you're doing what you set out to do, to be the best, right?
Yes, exactly.
And I don't know how many first-time nominees actually win the thing. I'm not familiar with that. I mean, I do know about the AVN Awards.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a huge deal in the industry.
Yeah.
It's kind of a celebration, and it's also big business.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you get nominated, right? That just pushes the stock a little higher, right?
Exactly.
In the brand, right?
We haven't had an in-person one. It's because of COVID. It's all really been online.
Yeah.
I did my first convention. I don't know if I'll do those again unless they're like very large, because just for me, it's not worth all the travel and the time.
Where's this? You just kind of show and tell kind of thing?
Show and, show your brand, and your fans can meet you there in person.
Gotcha.
I actually had Callaway Cook. He was my security guard.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm sure Cal loved that. Yeah, Cal.
He was there to scare everyone. So it was the perfect convention first experience for me. I didn't feel uncomfortable at all.
Oh, good, good. Well, I mean, I think maybe some of the other questions I would have would be, you just kind of mentioned the lifestyle and the choices that you've made to keep, separate the business from life and making good sense and good decisions kind of in everything that's happened. And it's been a short period of time.
I honestly think the military, I couldn't do drugs. I was just
going to say,
I had to be on my shit. If I wanted to get a good physical training score, I couldn't be drinking too much. I was on my shit in the military. So that rolled over for sure into this industry. I show up on time for things reliable.
It seems very controlled, which is again, a little more interesting than anything else for me in terms of how you got, I mean, you're very put together with regard to your thought processes and how you're going through things. It's all very planned. It's all very structured. There's a certain amount of drive, right?
And you're responsible for your brand. How you want your brand to be perceived or how you want it to take off is all on you.
Right.
Your agency's only there to help you with bookings. You're independent.
You're fully responsible for everything that happens, and there's a certain amount of integrity that comes with that, and you're clearly managing that at this point. I wonder, some of the questions I would have, I went back, I made the dad comment earlier about you, kissing boys and being, and all that stuff. So, how has this impacted? I mean, even though you don't live in LA and you're not in the heat of it, which obviously is, kind of the capital, right? At least here on the West Coast. How do these things impact your lifestyle or your life? I mean, eventually you don't get nominated for if you've been keeping it secret, you can't keep it secret for too long because
Yeah.
it's going to get out. So how has that impacted your life?
As my personal life,
Yeah.
It honestly, it hasn't in a negative way. I've had soldiers reach out to me and say things like, "We're so fucking proud of you,
That's
Sergeant.
awesome. Yeah.
We're so proud." They're like, "You're amazing." I think, and then my dad, he found out. I'm with a new agency now, and they are the best of the best. Like they put you face to face with AVN and XBiz and companies that really matter. And I have never seen any agency do that. They have a manor in LA that they have everyone meet up at once a month, and we do like social gatherings with companies face to face. And I had to get on this train and hop over to this age. I was like, Spiegler was the one who wouldn't take me in the beginning.
This is it, and you're there now.
And I'm not with him. This agency out of nowhere just took off. So I'm kind of grateful that
Great.
I'm with who I am now with Motley Models. Yeah, they're amazing. They're killing it in this industry.
Outstanding. Big plug.
I forgot where I was going with that.
No, we were talking about
my dad.
Yeah, your dad. And
He
how
follows
found out.
their agency Instagram. My dad is he loves women.
Well, you mentioned that earlier, right? Yeah.
So I didn't know he followed them. So I kind of kept it a secret for a year. And then a couple months ago, he was like, "Are you doing XXX?" And I was like, I didn't respond. I didn't know what to say.
Man.
I was like,
wait, is this by text?
"Yeah.
So you get the text message from
Are
dad.
you doing XXX?" And I'm like, do I respond? So I just kind of like ignored it for a day. And then,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, how long do you sit on that question before you respond?
yeah.
Oh my God.
So a day late, because he's my dad. He's like my best friend. I don't want to disappoint him. I've been trying to make him proud this whole time. I didn't want to disappoint him.
Yeah.
So a day later, he sees I'm not responding, and he texts me, "Listen, no matter what the fuck you do, you kill everything you do. You're the best of the best at everything.
Yep.
Everything you touch turns into gold." He's like hyping me up. And he's like, "I'm so fucking proud of you. I see you're nominated for awards." I think, honestly, if I wasn't doing well, he would be mad. But since I'm doing good, he's like, "Keep it up, girl."
That's
So
awesome. That's great.
he's like my biggest supporter, and it's amazing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, he's very open to it. So, yeah, I text him all the time about things. I don't get into detail because he's my dad.
Yeah, sure.
But I'll tell him, like, I worked with this girl. He's like, "Oh, I love her. Tell her I say hi." I'm like, "Dad."
That's great. So he's fanboying you a little bit too.
Yes.
That's fantastic. I love that.
Biggest fan.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I guess the next question would be like, that's kind of a peek into, I mean, and like you said,
It's been a positive
It's
thing.
been a positive
people
thing?
knowing, yeah. And the only times one person was rude to me was someone who tried to screw me in the military while I was married. And he got mad. I could tell he was upset because I never screwed him.
Right.
So he texted me like, "Oh, a machine gunner, huh?" Because he taught me how to use a machine. He was the one who
boy.
trained me on a machine gun. So he was the only one who was ever rude, but I'll take it. Like, everyone else is so supportive, like that. I don't have time for that.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, why would you at this point? It sounds like you're busy doing your thing and being successful.
Yeah, that doesn't affect anything.